Thank you so much for having me. I'm really looking forward to sharing with you today. I am so sorry that I can't be there in person, but this is the next best thing. So I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to get started. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Megan Baldwin. I am a platinum leader with Young Living, and I'm super passionate about this topic, the oily opportunity. So, a little bit about me. This is my people, this is my family, this is why I got started with Young Living. Um, there's my husband, Travis, who is an amazing man, super supportive, so thankful for him. And then three children, my daughter, Ainsley, who is 8, Henley, who is 6, and Brock, who is 4. And they just make life so exciting. They're really the reason why this all happened. So, just a little bit about my story. When my oldest was 5.5 months old, my husband and I were struggling a little bit to figure out how to get her to sleep and just those little things of like taking care of our family's health and wellness. And when she was 5.5 months old, we discovered Young Living, got it into our home, and started using it right away. And we noticed immediate results. And it was absolutely incredible. I couldn't help but share it. And now I get the opportunity to be home with them when I need to be and still share this amazing opportunity. So that's what this is all about. So we're talking about the opportunity. Now, when you heard that word, did the hairs on the back of your neck stand up? Was it a little bit like, oh, she's going to share something weird or something I'm totally not into? Well, it's just that. It's just an opportunity. I am not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm just sharing with you something that has totally impacted my life. I'm simply just going to present the opportunity to you because I passionately believe in it. And I've seen the results and many results from a lot of different people. And I believe it can make a difference in anybody's life that takes a serious look. So, like I had mentioned a little bit about my story, I had started using Young Living when my daughter was 5.5 months old. And when my husband and I went into our first presentation of how to use oils, the opportunity part was brought up, and my husband said, absolutely no way. And I naturally had already been telling people about it, but fast forward about 5 months, I had decided to go to this meeting, and I was listening to my sponsor and mentor, Adam Green, share. And that was the first time that I ever heard the words, time is your only limited commodity. And it just hit me. I realized that time, once you spend it, you actually never get it back. So, are we spending our lives postponing things, sacrificing things until retirement? Um, or how are we spending our time? Is it wisely? Is it the way that we want to spend our time with the people we want to spend our time with? So it's just something to super reflect on and see how it aligns with your personal values. So, what would you do if you controlled your time? I am definitely not here today to promise fame or riches or fast cars and fancy houses. That's not what this is about. There's nothing wrong with those things, but it's ultimately what's your heart's desire? Do you dream bigger? What would you do if you could control your time? What would it look like if you woke up in the morning and you didn't have to be anywhere? If you could do anything if you wanted, you could be with anybody that you wanted. Just think about that. It's such an amazing thing to dream and think about. Do you find that you're more energized on a Friday night going into the weekend than a Monday morning when the week starts? Time freedom means that you can deliberately move throughout the world. You can design your life. You can do things that you need to when you need to do it without having to answer to anybody. It means not stressing out, running around like chickens with our head cut off because like life is so crazy, but we can actually slow down, appreciate, have some time to relax, and decide what we want our lives to look like. So, what if? I want you to sit back and just dream with me for a minute. What if you could just be with your children when you want to be with them, with your family? What if you could just take the vacation you've been longing for? What if you could give back to people in need? Or better yet, take your family on like an incredible mission trip to impact your life and theirs? What if we had the time, if we weren't stressed out, if we didn't have to worry about the bills being paid and all of those stressors that we deal with on a day-to-day life? What if we could have what our heart desires? Now, many of you may know this show, The Office. I don't personally watch it, but I know the concept and what it's about. Um, Now, would you think of this as a comedy or more like a tragedy? It's a show based upon punching a clock, putting in the hours, no purpose, super mundane. How many of us live like this? But who would love more in their life? Definitely me, and I'm sure a lot of you too. So, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the number one choice for Canadians who want more out of their career. What if there was an easy way to jump into entrepreneurship with a low startup cost and a minimal investment? With Young Living, we actually have that. There's minimal startup costs, it's way less risk, and more potential for reward. So, my husband and I actually know this firsthand because we were entrepreneurs before we were introduced to Young Living. We own a small electrical company and we've had it for the last 10 years. Purchased it from my husband's parents who had it for 30 years before that. So it's been in the family for 40 years and we love it. But the difference is when you run a traditional business, like you're still an entrepreneur, but there's so many factors that people don't think about. It's the overhead, it's the employees, it's all the additional costs, um, the insurances, the potential for being sued if somebody slips on your sidewalk. Like there's so many factors in traditional business. So entrepreneurship is a great option for people if you don't want to have a boss and you want something new. But starting with something like Young Living is definitely the way to go. So, cool stats here. 1/3 of Canadians like the idea of being their own boss, and a fifth of them will start their own business within 5 years. So, there's so many people that actually want to start their own business, but maybe don't even know how to get started. So, also interesting fact is on average, 150,000 new businesses will start in Canada each year, but only half of those will actually survive their first 5 years, which is really sad. So, just another reason why network marketing is an entrepreneurship industry that is really exciting to be a part of. So I love this quote, living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. So let's get into it. Why we love the Young Living opportunity. Number one, the product is a need, not a want. We already love our product. It's something that helps to improve and enhance our health and well-being. We're already using the product, so it's easy to transfer buy into products that Young Living offers from buying it at the drugstore. And the products that Young Living provides, consumers are wanting it month after month. So I'm going to share some really cool stats with you. A report from the Business Development Bank of Canada indicates that Canadian consumers are more concerned than ever about the choices that they make. So, first thing is they are socially responsible consumers. They're interested in having social and environmental concerns that are increasingly influencing their decision buying. Many consumers want to buy from companies that adopt high ethical standards and environmental standards, and they're actually willing to pay more for it. Half of Canadians are inclined to buy those environmentally friendly products. 75% of consumers would pay more for the product or service if it's from a socially responsible company. And 90% of consumers would stop buying from companies that are making irresponsible practices. The second thing is people are looking for products that are made in Canada. They want to know where things come from. And the beautiful thing is Young Living is in Canada. And we also have what's called a seed to seal, which you would have learned about likely today, but it's just how Young Living started basically as a mom and pop business, an essential oil business that has just blossomed and grown. And they monitor every step of the process when it comes to creating their products. They are hands down the most amazing products I have ever tried. And then the third thing is consumers are actively seeking products that will help them maintain and improve their health. So 33% of Canadians are willing to pay a premium for health enhancing products. And in Canada, there's approximately 36 million Canadians, but only about 127 to 130,000 active Young Living members, which is not very many if you think about it. Another cool stat is on average, families spend it's somewhere between $935 to $1,200 annually per capita on personal expenditures on health and wellness products in Canada. So families are already spending that money on wellness products, but we have the option to transfer them to Young Living. They're going to get better results, better health, and feel amazing. Second reason why we love it is Young Living has unmatched experience. So Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, he started studying distillation in 1991 in France. We are the world leader in essential oils. Young Living was around before oils were cool, before they were mainstream, before like every company started to sell them. But we have the history, we have the science, we have all the practices that go from planting the seed in the soil, cultivating the soil before that, planting the seed, harvesting, the distillation, and the science behind that. No company can have control of all of those steps like Young Living. And I really encourage you, if you ever get a chance to visit one of the Young Living farms, that it will solidify just this practice and how open they are about all of it. I've had the opportunity to be at farms in the United States, in Ecuador. We've traveled all around the world with Young Living. So it's been an amazing experience just to see the backbone of the company. And we also have well over 600 different lifestyle products that are backed by that seed to seal. So it's not just essential oils. The third thing is Young Living is our business partner. So like I mentioned before, with traditional business, there is so much more risk and cost associated compared to network marketing. Direct sales companies have what's called result-based. So what that means is how much effort that you put into Young Living and building this and sharing and helping people, that's how much you get out of it. Young Living also covers all the sourcing, the science, the testing, the shipping, inventory, customer service, all of it. Our job is just to take these amazing products that are already packaged with the resources that we have, share with somebody and help them out. And we actually get paid. So it's amazing that we don't have to pay any of those extra costs. And I love this that Eric Worre says, network marketing isn't for everyone, but if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, this is the better way of getting into business for yourself. There's also on the slide here, it just shows the different types of businesses, like the music business, McDonald's, and how many billions they are. Network marketing is the largest industry right now, which is amazing. It is the business of the future. We also have the opportunity to have unlimited earning potential. So it's not easy, but it's totally, totally worth it. If you treat your business like a business, you will get paid like a business. So whether your goal is that $500 a month, which can make a massive impact on people's lives, or $5,000 a month and replace your income, there is opportunity to generate as much as you're willing to work for. So I love this quote as well. So having somebody else tell you what to do every day is hard, but telling yourself what to do and motivating yourself is also hard. You just have to choose your hard. I would rather build my own business and future than be building somebody else's. It's just you have to choose what works for you. So here is the Young Living income disclosure statement. This is incredible and it will blow your mind. Young Living is monthly. These are monthly incomes that people can earn. So you can see from executive, like just having that $500 a month, working your way up the scale, this has an amazing impact on people's lives. So this is a little bit more of my journey. I started Young Living in 2012 and I have gradually grown every single year from putting in effort, and it has made such a tremendous impact on our lives. But I just want you to think, so how much is your time worth? So traditionally, Canadians can expect a 2.3% raise according to surveys. But inflation in Canada is rising by 2.1% every year. So if you think about it, people are getting 0.2% raise. That's not very much. That's not going to help with your savings and the travel plans that you want to have with your family. But investing in this side hustle or this little side business can actually empower you to do so many more things in your life you've been wanting to do. The other amazing thing is Young Living is a passive income opportunity, which just means that you can earn income passively. So I enrolled the first two people I ever enrolled before I even actually thought of doing this seriously. So I enrolled in January of 2012. The first person I enrolled is my mother-in-law, and she has ordered every month since on Essential Rewards to this day. My second person that I enrolled was my sister-in-law, Jolene Hay, which many of you might know. She is now a Royal Crown Diamond and orders every single month, obviously, but I am still earning an income on those first two people that I enrolled 8 years ago. So you can see that when you put in the work, you can get paid on that repeatedly forever. It's also a legacy opportunity. So I have the opportunity of leaving this business to my children. Should I pass away or my husband, we can leave this to our kids to be able to go towards their college or university if they want to, or for them to start a new business. Anything that they need, I can actually put this in their name. It also works out as an asset income, which just means when you have asset income, it's kind of like having an investment that pays you money. So, for example, if you had $500,000 in an investment and you're only making 2 to 4% interest, you're not getting very much money. So, this monthly income actually works out as an asset. So, if you were making $500 a month, and you would times that by 200, which gives you kind of what the asset would be worth. So $500 a month is actually an asset of $100,000 is what is the worth of it. So it's just an incredible way to earn money on the side and earn it passively. The other reason why we love Young Living is the tax advantages. This is kind of a favorite of mine too, because of course we all love saving on our taxes. I am not an accountant, so I'm not giving advice. You'll have to take this and talk to your professional. But the benefits of having a home-based business is you actually get to deduct things off your personal taxes. things like electricity and heat, any maintenance costs to your home. We actually added an addition onto our home. It was kind of like a sunroom, but I run meetings in there, so we were able to write that off. Um, Things like your rent or your mortgage interest, products, all the products that you buy, your travel, resources, subscriptions, office supplies, all of those things you can actually write off on the income that you would earn, which will reduce your taxes. It's incredible. You really, people can't afford not to have a home-based business for the amazing tax advantages we get in Canada. The other reason why I love the Young Living opportunity is the community and the personal growth. My life has changed tremendously since being involved in Young Living. The best friends that I have today are actually due to being involved with Young Living. So you get an amazing community of people, the bestest friends you could probably ever have, and an incredible opportunity for personal growth. So, through this journey, I've learned about myself. I've been growing myself. I've had the opportunity to hang out for like a whole weekend with John Maxwell in a tiny group of people working directly with him. I've been working with Brandon Barber, so we have a private personal and business coach. You get to go on convention trips and all of these kind of things that work to grow you and help you become a better person. You also get the opportunity to have lots of travel, which is so fun. So we've been on so many amazing trips with Young Living from silver, the rank of silver, which is the first leadership rank and above. When you maintain for 3 consecutive months, you actually get to go on these global recognition retreats. Um, so every rank that you get to, you get a new trip, which is so fun. So we've had the opportunity to be in places in the United States, in Ecuador. We've won incentive trips. We've been on a Mediterranean cruise, a cruise to Belize and Honduras. Like we've done so many cool things. You get to do it all while building team and community, and it's incredible. The other thing that is super important is there is no education or experience required. So I'm going to be vulnerable and tell you a little more about me, but I am a college dropout. So I finished high school. I think I waited 1 year and then decided, you know what, I'm going to go to college. I wanted to take this path, and I got into my first 6 months, and I realized that I was there paying money and had no idea if this was actually what I wanted to do with my life. I was just throwing money away. And not that any education is bad, but I had made the choice just to get right into the working industry. I got on with a bank and I worked there until we bought my husband's business. And then Young Living came into our lives. And so there's been a lot of amazing blessings. But the coolest thing is you get to earn while you learn. There's so many resources to utilize and tools. There's team events and calls and so much that you can plug into to learn more of how to do this. The biggest thing is you don't want to be an expert. I don't know everything. You won't know everything, but we just have to be good at people skills and helping people to help point them in the right direction. And really, passion does trump it all. So if you're passionate about it and excited about it, that's more important than knowing all the things. And truly, like I gave you facts earlier tonight, and they're great and they're good to know, but that's not something that you're going to remember. What you're actually going to remember is the stories that people tell you, the life-changing impact that people share with you. That's what sticks with you. So the most important thing is telling those stories. So, if you have not read the 4 Year Career book by Richard Bliss Brooke, I highly recommend it. But the 4 Year Career versus the 40-40 plan is basically you can work on Young Living, give it a good solid 4 years to create your residual income, or you can work at a job, a traditional job, for 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life and retire on 40% of what you were making before you retired. And we know with the level of inflation, most people can't survive on that. The average student loan debt is just continuing to rise. Our expenditures continue to rise. So having a little 4-year career on the side can be incredibly impactful to your life. So this little graphic here just represents some of the Young Living monthly incomes. Oh, sorry, those are actual annual incomes there, compared to some of the best paying jobs of people that we consider that have amazing jobs. And if you see, like a platinum actually makes more than what a pediatrician would make, or a lawyer. So this industry is real, and it is an amazing career that you can jump into. The other reason why we love the Young Living opportunity is Young Living has heart. Young Living is they are a product that enhances your health and your quality of life. But the best thing is they actually want to make a difference in the world around us. So Young Living has the YL Foundation, and it is an incredible, incredible foundation founded by Gary Young. And it gives back to so many different causes. The coolest thing is 100% of the money that the Young Living Foundation makes goes to the people. So all of the administrative costs, the staff costs, all of that actually gets paid by Young Living Essential Oils corporate company. And the Young Living Foundation, 100% of the proceeds go to help people, which is just amazing. There's not many foundations out there that can actually say that. And the most beautiful thing is Gary Young has always said, I have never made a product for a profit. I make it for a purpose. He has crafted products that he designed 30, 40 years ago for one specific person. And he will keep that product because he knows what an impact it made. He was very passionate about that. It also has changed so many lives. So these are some amazing women in my life. It's helped so many people stay home, just do part-time teaching because it's a passion instead of having to do it full-time, being able to raise their kids at home and contribute to their household income, getting time freedom and spending time as they choose. They don't have to question every product they bring into their home. Financial freedom, being fortunate to not have to go back to work, which is a huge thing for moms, being able to pay for your products, which is such a bonus, and helping out other moms. So I'm going to leave you with this. A year ago, or a year from now, you would wish you would have started today. I want to thank you guys for having me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and take care.